drop a like on this video if you guys like Roman Atwood. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Vile Matters. In today's video, we're going to be going over some sad things that you probably don't know about when Noah is not with Roman. Now, before this video gets underway, my like goal for this video is going to be 200 likes. If you guys could smash that like button, I really appreciate it. Also, if you're new around here, make sure you comment down below, subscribe, and I'll do my best to reply back to each and every one of your comments, though I doubt that I'll be able to reply back to each and every one, but I will still try to reply back to as many as possible because I've been getting a lot of comments as of late. Speaking of comments, in the comment section of my last video, which by the way, you guys killed it with the support, you shared some pretty sad realities that Noah Atwood faces when he is not with his father Roman, when he is over with his mom, aka Roman's ex-wife. And you guys shared a whole lot of things that most people didn't know about. I saw a lot of people shocked at what they were seeing in the comment section, and people even provided videos where Roman talked about this quite a while ago. And since then, of course, Roman has gained more subscribers. So that's why I'm making this video, because if it was something that he literally just talked about, I wouldn't be making videos about it because there's simply just no point in regards to that. So I want to share just some really unfortunate things that Noah has to go through each and every day when he's not with Roman. And the reason why I'm doing this is because, one, so people, show Noah a lot of support in case he ever needs it. And two, just because Noah is Roman's son and he's related to Roman doesn't mean that his life is, all good 24/7. Like, that doesn't happen at all. I know that some people like to assume that because people think, oh, Roman has a huge channel and he's wealthy, so how could anyone, a part of his family be unhappy? That's not the case, and I don't like people that really think in that mentality because that's usually the farthest from the truth. So let's get into these things that Noah has to deal with when he's not with Roman, because they are pretty bad, and once again, I can totally relate, which I'll share that in a second. So a while after Roman got divorced, he eventually found a new life partner, and that life partner is, of course, Brittany. And Roman is going to have 2 kids with Brittany. The reason why I'm saying going to have is because they already have Cain, but Roman is also going to be expecting another child very, very soon. In fact, this summer, I believe. And on the flip side of that, Roman's ex-wife, aka Noah's mother, also found another, quote, life partner. And I believe that Brittany is, an amazing partner for Roman to have, an amazing girlfriend, and I think that she fits in with his family great. I think that she treats Noah great, despite, of course, Noah not being her son or anything like that. But on the flip side, there are some very negative things going around about the man that Noah's mother has decided to, I guess, date and live with and all that stuff. And it's really, really sad because these things range from the fact that he's just very, very rude to Noah. He does things inconsiderate, like he goes and eats all the food that Noah's mom buys for, of course, Noah. And that's just something that's very, very selfish. Like, if you do that to a kid, like, that's just really bad, man. Like, why would you even do that to a kid? Like, I know that's not the worst thing in the world, but it's not necessarily the action itself. It's the meaning behind the action. The fact that this guy is so selfish towards a kid that he should have respect for, because if you're dating somebody with kids, you have to accept that and you should respect their children as much as possible because you're the adult in this entire thing. Sometimes kids don't necessarily react the best way, which I'm not saying that Noah did that. But when you're the adult in a situation, you don't do stuff like that. Like, that's really messed up in my honest opinion. How could you be that selfish towards a kid? The second thing is going to be that his mom tolerates this enough to still be with this person, and apparently it is not changing because based upon people's comments, a lot of this stuff still does indeed go on, and it's just really messed up. It shouldn't even begin, like, this stuff shouldn't even happen to begin with, but the fact that it happened and apparently is still continuing to happen is just a really bad thing. So the second thing is going to be the fact that Roman's ex-wife, aka once again Noah's mom, actively puts up with this. And from what I'm getting with this entire situation, which happens all the time and it's really, really sad, is that from the sound of it, if Noah's mom puts up with this, she is putting a man and a relationship and her own happiness before that of her kids. Now, you see this all the time. You really do. You see this all the time with parents that are separated, parents that got a divorce or whatever the case may be, and they meet somebody new. They're just so engulfed in that relationship that sometimes, and it happens a lot more than I believe people want to admit, they tend to put their kids on the back burner. Now, do they neglect their kids? No. but they don't think about the impact that what they're doing, you know, has on their child. Because if you make your child feel like you're putting you and another man first before them, it does serious psychological damage to a kid, or it can. And ultimately, it just makes the child not enjoy their time when they're with you. And if the other parent is out of the picture completely, that's even worse, because imagine Noah having to live with all this stuff going on 24/7. I guarantee he wouldn't be happy at all. And thank God that he does have Roman. But getting back on track here, it is just so easy for parents to get engulfed once again in their relationships and to just forget about their kids. And man, I can't stand that. I am not a parent, and I've never been through I guess a freaking divorce because I've never been married. I still, like, once you have a kid, you need to make sure that you put that kid before everything in your life. That is your obligation as a parent. I'm sorry, but when you sign up to be a parent, which, newsflash, there is no signing up, it kind of just happens. But when you are put into a situation where you become a parent, it is your job to put your kid's life before everything else in your life. That is your duty as, you know, a proper parent. Do some people think like that? No. Do a lot of people think like that? Unfortunately, no. And it's just really bad to know that I bet sometimes Noah feels like his mom puts the relationship before her own son. Like, it's kind of evident. I, for one, would not put up with another woman or anything like that. Say I had a kid. I would not put up with another woman being selfish and mean towards my kid. I wouldn't do it. Like, because I've been in that situation before. Like, my parents are separated, and, you know, one of them got into a relationship and a marriage that I wasn't really too fond of, and that is terrible dealing with. So, honestly, you can't do that. You really cannot do that. I mean, she still is doing it, so clearly she can, but is it the right thing to do? No. And last but certainly not least, I'm going to kind of fuse 2 points in one together. We're going to be talking about just the whole entire court system and the fact that Noah is pretty much powerless in this entire situation. So as you guys know, typically with custody rules and all that stuff, there is an enforced court order. That's common sense. You cannot go against that court order. In fact, if you do, there are serious consequences. You can get arrested. You can have your custody taken away. It's just not a good thing. So the fact that Roman has to sometimes see his child unhappy and there's nothing he can really do about it, I'm sure as a parent that's heartbreaking. And I'm sure that Noah picks up on the fact that sometimes his father is heartbroken over stuff that he can't control. Now, obviously, the simple answer to this would be, well, why is he sad over things that he can't control? That's just simply what happens as a parent. Even if you can't control every aspect of, you know, what makes your child sad or happy, you're still not happy if they're not happy. And I guarantee that sometimes Roman feels like that, and Noah picks up upon it, and it's just a really bad situation. And the second one is going to also involve the courts, but it's going to mainly be focused around Noah. So, as you guys know, Noah is not of the age to be able to properly decide or properly tell the courts in the eyes of the law, or whatever the case may be, who he wants to live with, who, you know, he wants to spend all of his time with. And quite frankly, he's not old enough to say, I don't want to live with this person, or I don't want to see this person really anymore. Now, I'm not saying that Noah would completely cut his mother out of his life, but I guarantee that Noah would probably be a lot happier if he spent the bulk of his time with Roman, because he just seems to be so much happier with Roman. Obviously, Roman loves Noah, and Roman does not seem like the person to put a relationship before his own kids. Roman just simply wouldn't do that, in my honest opinion. And it's really unfortunate that when, you know, things are really bad for Noah at his mom's house, when he's just simply not happy and he doesn't want to be there, he doesn't have the authority to just get up and go. Like, if Noah ran away and went to his dad's house, his dad would have to, like, Roman would have to bring him back, because that counts as kidnapping. Like, even though Roman didn't, like, go to the house and take Noah by force, it still counts as kidnapping. And this is just a combination of bad laws and just a sad reality of custody rules, at least here in the US. So that really does, you know, just stink, I guess, and there's really no other way for me to say it. But hopefully when Noah is old enough, he's able to make the choice that makes him the, happiest, and that it's just kind of a happy medium. Because like I said before, I doubt that he would completely cut his mom out of his life, but you just never know. He may feel like he wants to. And that's pretty much going to wrap things up. Thank you all so much for watching. Also, thank you for the amazing support here on Viral Minds. We are coming near to 40,000 subscribers here on my channel. Thank you all so much for the amazing support. Anyways, video is coming to a conclusion here. Thank you all so much for watching. Do not forget to hit that subscribe button and comment down below that you subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next one, hopefully without another Roman Atwood video, because I know that some of you guys are getting really tired of it. Thanks again. Take
Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face, tell me that you love me.